got some rain out of it, more rain out of it, it would have been helpful. That was a new one.
Attached there.
What are you talking about?
The little thing that plugs into the machine. If it's not all the way in there, it's.
Did you get it in there now?
It's more sealed.
It wasn't all the way in?
No. I was like, why was I not getting some flow?
Practice and learn. Got it. Let's test it. Let's make sure it works good. Charge it. It doesn't maintain the charge. Probably maybe because it's got an inverter. I don't know. In there.
Well, there's always going to be some loss due to battery degradation.
Well, I'm just amazed how it didn't seem like it lasted forever like some of the other ones do. But some of them's in there doing its thing. But the good thing about it is, unlike the old one, we can replace the chem canister and the battery on our own.
Which is better off.
And it tells you when the chem canister goes bad. It tells you I'm dying, so then you go order a new one. And then you pull the battery off, slap it in there, and you got a brand new chem canister.
And this will do, I think this one will do a continuous.
No.
Doesn't it do a continuous for like a little bit?
No.
Oh,
But a way around that could be is to take the BiPAP and have it pump, run this up under the mask, put it in, and then you're not going to get the same, but it's going to be as close as you can get. Now the bigger one that we bought from Barry, that was Jill's.
Yeah, it'll do pulse.
It'll do, but but it's not a full-time game. You can do it,
nope.
But you've got to remember that it gets tired of the game after a while. So and it might need to be looked at some point. Washburn River boat days. Okay. No. And I think we'll like this better than the other one. We had been in to come on in before, and I don't know. I think we were up on the upper floor.
I don't believe any of them not have elevators in them.
Well, it's just the way it is. I think we'll like this one better. And we can walk over to the other, or drive over to the other one and say hi.
Well, they had others available. Because that one was
This looks like a nice, well, the night I was doing it, I couldn't find anything anywhere.
That was just the first one that was available. I mean, I didn't.
Well, it looks like it's close to UND. You know, I wouldn't mind walking through their bookstore.
Probably not very good anymore.
Huh?
Probably not very good. Probably everything's online, probably.
Well, I don't know how it works anymore. If I could find an old book on, let's see, if I would have finished mineralogy, then it would have been metrology and geomorphology, but I didn't. I just like to read the books.
You can get an e-book real quick.
Hmm?
Probably find you an e-book on that.
yeah, well, I probably want to reread the mineralogy book. Since my chemistry hasn't been polished in a while.
I might actually be able to find one of those.
Well, I just think some of the stuff is interesting. I don't want to get in.
Amazon, probably.
I don't want to get into the minutia of how to do all the calculations for everything, but just the process of how they believe things are formed and transformed and things of that nature would be interesting. It's like I would have been taking environmental chemistry for my finish my chemistry concentration, and I borrowed the book from the professor and read it. The book wasn't that hard to read. I understood everything they were saying. Now, doing a group project lab thing, a whole different game. I would have to be in there with some real chemists to know what they're doing. I didn't have a lot of chemistry, but I was one away from a concentration, and was one away from a concentration in biology, which is when I was going to get a concentration in biology and chemistry. Then I had to get a concentration in physics. I had to get that, and I would have taken me 3 classes to finish that. And the first 2 physics probably would have been fine. The third one would have been digital logic and microprocessors, which would have probably have been brutal, but I would have learned a lot out of it. Would better understand why computers do things and stuff like that. But I don't think I would enjoy it very much. But that would have been a concentration of physics, biology, and chemistry. Then I would have had to finish the geology, which would have been finished mineralogy, petrology, geomorphology, historical geology, and paleontology. And then it would just be education classes, and it could have been a teacher. But why would I want to be a teacher? If they'd have had an AVTI, if they'd have had a technical school where I could have learned electrician or welding or something like that, auto mechanics would have probably made more sense. More likely to get a job. You know. Kind of put a kibosh on the idea of changing the wiring in the main panels and additional panel. I went over and looked at one that Tom recommended. I looked at it at length and I had lots of questions on it, but I don't think Mama would approve it. We might have to move some of the circuits around in the main panel, take it off at one phase, put it on the other. We're not going to have one phase on 120, so you'd have to change that around.
So she don't want to do anything, is she?
Well, she's leery of doing it. Now, the panel is $300 by itself. That goes to a cable that you run, a 10-foot, 30-amp cable that you got to run to another box outside the house, near the generator, within 10 feet or less. Okay, so then you got to plug into that with a 30-foot extension cord, which means you're moving the generator to a whole different area. And then you're only going to get about 3 or 4 circuits out of it. Well, it should be. In theory, you should be able to get 6 if you take that one. It's a two double. That's a 220. If you pull that pins out, you make that all 120. Then you would have what
so
you do.
her thought process is to generate to the back of the house.
Well, no, it's not. But what I was, if it would let me take all 6 of those options, I could make them 6 separate circuits. Okay, on the 110. And then what we would do is it would be the living room lights, the bedroom lights, and the kitchen things, and the furnace, and maybe the GFI, maybe not. But you put them, you put 6 of them, you got 6 positions across there. You spent $300 just for the panel. Then that includes the 10-foot cable to get out of the house to an outlet. You plug it into a special box that gives you an outlet thing, which will probably be on the south side of the house, which I'm not too keen on, but that's about the way it is. Or you'd have to get a different cable and run it to the east, come out that side, which would be better, you know. But you would have to run a cable from that to the generator. So I don't know that that's a whole lot better than just running the generator in through the window. It's got a splitter on it already. Send 1/3 of it down by your room, one to the living room, one to our bedroom. And that way we can further split that as long as we don't have any high amp demand. Say we're pulling a freezer and maybe an oxygen machine, or the fridge and an oxygen machine.
Well, that's why we have the solar thing.
We can do that too, but I'm just saying.
Supplement power.
But I'm saying we could do that, and then we could have power into the living room, which we could split off to the kitchen, right? Split off the split, and only use one item at a time. If you're using them, one of the things I wanted to have it go through the wiring is we could have power in every room, even though it would be very reduced amount of power, right? So we could have a light in each room, and they're only taking like 8 watts or something like that. So that wouldn't be bad. The furnace would be you wouldn't wire the washer in, so that, you know, it takes a pretty big. Not as bad as the old washer. The dryer's absolutely out. There's no way. No way you can support that. But if you had power in every room, even if it's only, you know, say 100 watts.
Well, you could hang things up, and if it's in the wintertime anyhow, hanging things up would probably be better anyhow.
Well, it's just
push more moisture in there.
just, you know, we could close off Jen's room totally, because there's nothing in there that can't freeze, right?
Yep.
And your oxygen machine does add some heat.
Yeah, it's running.
Yeah.
If it's running and it's closed off, it can heat my room up pretty good.
So then we're talking about, you know, we've got those doors that aren't flush to the floor, so we could run extension cords into there. Is it an ideal situation? No, but it's a flexible situation. We plug in what we need and not worry about the rest of it. We are here for a spot. I guess we can go in here next to Art and we'll go around the outside Art.
Yeah, it's right here.
Right next to a fire plug for a ticket. Yeah. It says no soliciting. Okay.
Yeah, no soliciting. Doesn't say no parking.
So we're in an unauthorized parking slot. Here we are. We made it. Hold back there. Let's see. So we got a little bit of room to make the turn here. So yeah, I couldn't get any excitement out of Mom until I made the reservation. Then we had to go back and forth on it. Does it have the handicap toilet? Yes, it does. With the rails? Yes, it does. Does it have a handicap shower? Yes, it does. Does it have an elevator? Yes, it does. You know, and that's probably the better way to do it. But it's like, you know,
yeah. Humidity.
Just brutal.
Yeah, dew point's quite hot. Dew point's like 70 and the temperature's only like 74.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's really might be.
That old Model T or whatever it is over there. Trailer. For
Yeah,
sale.
something like that. Yeah.
Dome facing north. I don't know if they use that observatory anymore or not. Probably not. What do you do up there? Yeah, they got it facing north. I'd heard the telescope was gone.
Really?
It broke or was not. I don't know if it is. But nowadays, if you're teaching astronomy class, you can get better imaging up off of, like when we had our days when we had at that time laser discs that had stuff from
DVD, well, it's Blu-ray now.
right, but they had
Actually, probably better off of just thumb drives.
well, yeah, but at the time, laser disc
course,
was the best thing.
Yeah, back
at
then
that
though,
time.
you guys didn't really have much for the internet either.
Well,
now I can
no,
just
it
pull
was
stuff off
it was
of,
new, and you had to take classes to learn how to use it, just like you had to take a class to learn how to use the computer at the university library. Me and Odin never got along very well.
Now they can probably just pull feeds off of other satellites or other telescopes.
But what they would do now, if you were teaching that class, you
I heard they're going to be building a
wouldn't need
new
to go to the observatory.
Arecibo radio telescope.
Oh well, that's a different game. Yeah.
Apparently,
After
it's
that
going
one
to
that
be.
collapsed.
Yeah, they're going to build a whole brand new one.
Same spot.
I guess.
Yeah, well, it
From
makes
what they
sense.
said, either there or somewhere else, but it's going to be like, what they said,
Better than before,
55 times as sensitive as the one what they had,
which was pretty good.
which is pretty sensitive.
Yeah, it was before. It was very good. This will be better.
Oh yeah. Then they were talking about putting one up in space that basically did the same thing.
Oh yeah, less interference.
And then you had then it was almost 200 times as efficient as the
well, of course.
one at Arecibo. Yeah. But in space, I'm like, well, that'd be interesting.
Trouble if you got to go work on it.
Yeah.
The Webb telescope's working pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than
I'm gonna put a couple more of those up there.
other than a meteorite hits,
Well,
they're not
they were
cheap.
talking about putting one on the moon too. I was like, really?
It's a lot of money,
Okay.
buddy.
Well, yeah.
Making sure every village had good water would probably be better.
Well, yeah, be nice. Air filtration. Yeah. If you're in a humid environment, just get yourself a dehumidifier. As long as you have power,
Yeah.
suck the moisture right out of the air, drink it. Might want to run through a couple
Pretty
filters,
nasty,
but
yeah.
might want to run through a couple
Usually
filters,
pretty
but
nasty when you filter it out like that.
well, but if you're a high humidity environment, you can suck that stuff right out of the air.
Yeah.
Run it through a couple water filters, and you'll probably be fine. Better than drinking it out of the stream.
Better keep cleaning it though.
Well, yeah, better than drinking out of the stream.
Fishing for the bridge? No, just looking at the water.
That would be a bad place to fish off the bridge, honestly.
Yeah, they get kind of grumpy about that.
As long as your fishing license, I'm sure fine.
Well, no, they don't want your back cast to catch a car or something like that.
If you're on a bridge, you're not going to be catching cars.
Yeah, well,
On that bridge over there.
yeah. Well, yeah, because it's pedestrian only.
Honestly, you just drop your hook down and don't worry about it.
Well, yeah.
The current will take it wherever it needs
Just
to
let
go.
it wander. Well, yeah.
Just let it wander.
Bobber, let it wander around.
Bring your wood chair or lawn chair out. And just
That's the other thing I got to
Church
take a look
chair
at
or
today. Got to get the water chair out. Mom said she's not going to the thing up at Virginia's. I think I probably won't either. It'll be
is that
outside.
tonight or something?
That's Tuesday
Oh,
at 5.
mosquitoes? No way.
Well, I'm thinking not only that, it's probably going to be 85 in the shade.
Or 90.
Yeah, I think that's going to be
It's going to be 90 that day. That's
a little bit warm.
Yeah.
For me, that's a scrub. It's like,
Yeah, I'm not really interested in sitting out there.
Looks like they got a nice place from what we saw when we drove by.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Should test something out. I saw my phone. Option setting or something. Let me see if it would work or not. For some reason it won't work on the higher resolution, but it'll work on low resolution. Duder.
The time to get them worked on is in summer. Lots of traffic. Must be 12 and 6. The worst two. Well, 8 and 2 is busy. 8 a.m. Even in not guys, I can't see you through here. I'm going to clear out of your vision so you can see. Come see the Clydesdales at the State Fair. Well, they're coming.
Yeah, fair enough. Too far away.
Nope, we won't be doing that, so I don't think there's going to be a desire to go do that.
Watch it on TV.
I think we're done with that.
Go watch it on TV.
Those days are gone.
Some of these things wouldn't be so bad. Is that
Cost.
floor on them?
Well, you have to put it, yeah,
Pad.
but then you'd have to take the radio antennas off, and you'd have to mount them on poles, which can be done. But it would be air chamber, slow the wind down coming in.
Yeah.
Look better too.
I looked at some of those ones that you just put up that aren't too bad like that. I was like, none of them have floors. I'm like, I'd really like to have some that have a floor. Slow down the bunch again then.
Yeah, insulated floor would be even better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be nice, but you have to mate it up to the house. Make
Well,
everything happy.
No, it was just something temporary for summer. Get through a chair.
You live outside there and that thing?
No, I'm not talking living. I'm just being able to be outside.
Well, you can buy a little greenhouse too and sit out
Yeah.
there. Some merit to that because you can start your seedlings.
Yeah.
Grow stuff in there and stuff.
I don't know. So those little ideas you get at 3 in the morning, they sound cool.
Yeah, whether they seem like
they are.
I found the old mobile TV antenna.
Oh.
I don't know that
Oh, you could send those little.
I don't know that it would mount on the newer vehicles. I don't think so.
Well, we got one of those little teeny. That little thing that's in that engine's room. That'll hook on to magnet.
Telescoping, yeah. But I'm gonna probably bring the one in from the
I don't know. It makes sense to
shed
have it
and
anymore.
see if it, huh?
Oh, to have it on a vehicle anymore? I don't know if there's a point in having
Well,
it on
that was my point because
back
now,
before the internet, and then that was the only thing you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, great.
Well, that
Nowadays,
yeah. But back in the day, you had that limb on there that you could bolt stuff onto.
honestly, I think we got more range of the 102-inch whip
Yes.
than we ever had out the actual TV antenna.
Right. But I still have it. And if it would, the little one, the telescoping one, gets most of the stations, but not all.
Well,
I would probably do an experiment with the one that we have in the shed and see if that would, but it probably used the car as part of the antenna.
probably.
I'm assuming, but it's a dipole. It's like a rabbit ears. I thought I would bring it in and try it out and see if it does a better job than the telescope. Since we got it laying around in the shed.
I mean, if we end up going to like someplace in September, maybe.
Yeah. Well, then it might make some sense, I guess.
Well, if we do that, then I will have a few things I'm going to be buying.
Well,
actually, I might end up buying something. not so expensive, just for the van.
We've got, I've ordered some Hustler antennas so we don't have to use the big Outback at the back for antennas. That would, I've ordered a couple of those. 10's been dead. It's just, it should be hot.
Totally
But it should be hot as a firecracker.
Oh, I heard people that were talking on Parks in the area says it's toast, dead, nothing.
But it doesn't, with the sunspots being that high,
I know.
it should be rocking.
They said they couldn't hear people across town.
That's my point. Yeah. Something about 10 just ain't getting. Now 20 is wide
Yeah,
open.
20's great.
15 sometimes
40's good.
open. With 11 meter whip on there, I can tune it for 10 through 40, but
There's nothing on it.
But I ordered a 20 meter coil for the Hustler and a 2-foot extension, and I ordered a 40 meter coil. So I could use the 11 meter whip for 10, 11, 12,